Sharpening sickle scalers. Curved sickle scalers have two cutting edges. These cutting edges are formed by the junction of the facial surface of the blade with the two lateral surfaces. The two cutting edges converge at the end of the instrument to form a sharp, pointed tip. The sickle scaler has an almost pointed back, and the cross-section view reveals a triangular shape. Straight sickle scalers, such as a Jacquette scaler, also have two cutting edges that come to a point at the tip of the blade. In both curved and straight sickle scalers, the facial surface of the blade is positioned at a 90-degree angle to the terminal shank. This is a key factor to note when positioning the blade and stone during sharpening. During sharpening, the cutting edges will be restored by grinding against the lateral surfaces of the blade. It is not recommended that the facial surface be sharpened, as this can weaken the blade. When sharpening a sickle scaler, the entire length of the blade should be sharpened. This includes the heel, middle, and toe of the blade. When sharpening, the stone will be moved along the blade edge from the heel to the middle and finally to the toe of the blade. Before beginning the sharpening process for sickle scalers, assemble the required materials. A sturdy flat work surface with proper lighting is essential. The use of loupes or magnifying lens is essential to clearly see the edges of the instrument blade. Also needed will be a flat sharpening stone, a cylindrical stone, oil or water for lubrication, depending on the type of stone, cotton-tipped applicator, gauze, an acrylic or plastic test stick. To prepare the Arkansas stone for sharpening, apply 2 or 3 drops of mineral-grade oil onto the surface. Spread the oil on the stone with your cotton-tipped applicator. Hold the sickle scaler in your non-dominant hand with a secure palm grasp. Brace the top shank with your thumb and place your elbow directly in front of you on a flat or stable surface. This positioning of your thumb is very important, as it will counterbalance the pressure that will be applied when sharpening the lower blade. Using the clock as a guide, hold the instrument vertically with the lower terminal shank positioned at 12 o'clock. The tip of the instrument should be pointed toward you. Place the lubricated side of the stone against the right lateral surface of the blade. Right-handed clinicians should initially place the stone at 12 o'clock and then tilt the top of the stone slightly away from the handle to approximately 3 minutes past 12 o'clock. Left-handed clinicians will tilt the stone to approximately 3 minutes before 12 o'clock. Initiate sharpening in a fluid up and down motion, starting at the heel third of the blade, and slowly progress by moving the stone to the middle third and finally to the tip third. Maintain the stone in a continuous up and down motion using long strokes and moderate pressure. Finish on a downward stroke. To sharpen the opposite cutting edge, turn the instrument so that the tip is pointed away from you. Maintain the secure palm grasp and brace the top shank with your thumb, keeping your elbow on the table in front of you. Position the lower terminal shank at 12 o'clock. Position the lubricated stone upright at 12 o'clock. Right-handed clinicians should tilt the top of the stone slightly to 3 minutes past 12 o'clock. Left-handed clinicians will tilt the stone slightly to 3 minutes before 12 o'clock. Repeat the sharpening process starting at the heel third of the blade and progressing to the middle third and finally to the tip third of the blade. At this time, you may also want to use gauze to wipe the metal filings from the stone. To finish sharpening a curved sickle scaler, hold the blade at eye level with the terminal shank positioned at 12 o'clock. Place a cylindrical stone on the face of the blade with the stone positioned horizontally on the facial surface. Lightly roll the cylindrical stone along the face of the blade from the heel to the tip. This will remove any remaining wire edges. To finish sharpening a Jacquette scaler, position the instrument with the terminal shank at 12 o'clock and the tip pointed toward you. Lightly move a flat stone from side to side on the facial surface. To test the cutting edge with a plastic test stick, hold the test stick in your non-dominant hand between your thumb and index finger near the bottom of the stick. The position for the plastic test stick is 12 o'clock. Hold the instrument in your dominant hand with a modified pen grasp. Place your fulcrum on the right side of the test stick. Bring the instrument around the back of the test stick with the tip pointed toward you. Place the cutting edge to be tested against the left side of the test stick, opposite your fulcrum. Tilt the terminal shank very slightly toward the test stick, using the same angle you would use for scaling. Place the cutting edge laterally into the test stick and release. Test the entire length of the blade at the heel, middle, and tip. If the instrument is sharp, it will bite or grab the plastic test stick. You will also hear a metallic click or ping upon quick release. It is important not to shave the test stick, as this will dull the blade.